Stay with me as we come into this final stretch, because angels want to seal this message gently, not abruptly. God does not rush endings when he is bringing peace. What he is doing now is anchoring what you have heard into your spirit, so you do not walk away doubting, second-guessing, or minimizing what he has shown you. Angels say everything you have heard is not meant to create pressure or expectation. It is meant to create readiness without anxiety. You are not being told to hurry love into your life. You are being told to stop closing your heart out of fear that peace will be taken from you again. God wants you to know that what he gives, he also knows how to sustain. This younger partner, whose heart belongs only to you, is not coming to rescue you. You do not need rescuing. You are already whole. They are coming to walk with you, not to carry you or be carried by you. That distinction matters because it is the foundation of balance. Some of you have always been the strong one, the patient one, the one who held things together. Angels say this relationship does not require you to stay in survival mode. You are allowed to rest emotionally. You are allowed to be supported without guilt. God chose this partner because they see strength without feeling threatened by it. They do not compete with your light. They are comfortable standing beside it. They do not need to dim you to feel secure. As this connection settles into your life, you may notice that you stop asking God anxious questions like, is this going to last? Or, what if it ends? Angels say those questions fade when peace becomes familiar. You begin to trust the present moment instead of trying to control the future. God wants you to remember this. Healthy love does not demand constant reassurance. It builds reassurance through consistency. And consistency is what you will experience here. You will notice that you are not chasing clarity. Clarity is offered freely. You will not feel like you are guessing where you stand. When something matters, it is spoken. When space is needed, it is respected. There is no emotional punishment through silence. This partner's heart belongs only to you because they understand the value of emotional loyalty. They are not entertained by distractions. They are not curious about alternatives. They are content in choice. And contentment is the soil where commitment grows. Some of you have lived with the belief that love always comes with risk and pain. Angels say love always comes with vulnerability, but not always with harm. Harm comes when love is mixed with fear, insecurity, or avoidance. God has removed those mixtures from this connection. You are not being set up to relive old wounds. You are being invited to experience love without armor. That does not mean you lose wisdom. It means wisdom is no longer heavy. It becomes natural. God wants you to walk forward without interrogating every good thing that enters your life. You do not need to brace yourself for disappointment. You do not need to wait for things to go wrong. You are allowed to enjoy peace while it is present. Some of you may still hear an inner voice saying, "This feels too calm." Angels say calm is not a warning. Calm is what safety feels like when your nervous system finally relaxes. Your heart is not bored. It is resting. As this final part settles in, angels want you to understand something very important. You are not behind in love. You did not miss your moment. You were protected until your heart could recognize what is healthy. Every delay refined your discernment. Every ending sharpened your clarity. Nothing was wasted. God chose a younger partner, not because of age, but because of alignment of season. You are both arriving at a place of readiness at the same time. That meeting point is divine. Their heart belongs only to you because God guarded it while he healed yours. Neither of you was meant to meet earlier. Earlier would have cost peace. Now, peace is preserved. As you move forward, angels encourage you to stay grounded in simple truths. Let peace lead decisions. Let consistency speak louder than words. Let time confirm what feels right. You do not need to rush declarations. You do not need to force depth. Depth grows when trust is honored. God is not asking you to surrender discernment. He is asking you to trust that discernment is already alive in you. If at any moment something feels misaligned, you will know not through panic, but through loss of peace. Peace is your compass now, but angels are saying clearly, do not expect chaos where God has placed calm. Do not look for problems where God has placed order. You are allowed to receive this love without bracing. Before we close, I want to gently remind you to like this video if your heart feels steady, reassured, or quietly hopeful. That simple action helps this message reach someone else who may be afraid to open their heart again. And if you have not yet subscribed to Prophetic Message Today, please subscribe and turn on notifications. These messages are meant to walk with you through seasons of transition, not just inspire you for a moment. Now, as we seal this message, angels invite you to make one final declaration, either in your heart or in the comments if you feel led. Say, I receive love with peace. Let that be your posture moving forward. You are not rushing. You are not forcing. You are not guessing. You are walking wisely. You are opening gently. You are protected. God is ahead of you. Angels are surrounding you. And the love approaching your life carries clarity, intention, and care. Remain present. Remain grounded. Remain open. What God has chosen for you does not require fear to sustain it. It grows best in peace. Remain in this calm space as we continue, because angels are now speaking about how your heart will change as this love settles in. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but steadily and deeply. God wants you to understand that some of the most powerful transformations do not arrive with noise. They arrive with consistency. As this younger partner becomes more present in your life, you may notice that your emotional reactions soften. Situations that once triggered anxiety or self-doubt no longer have the same power over you. You respond instead of react. You pause instead of spiral. Angels say this is because your heart finally feels safe enough to rest. You may also notice that you stop questioning your worth. You are no longer asking yourself if you are too much or not enough. Love that is aligned does not create those questions. It answers them quietly by how it shows up. God chose this younger partner because they reflect back to you a version of yourself that is calm, confident, and grounded. Not because they are perfect, but because they are present. Presence heals parts of the heart that intensity never could. In everyday moments, you will notice that communication feels natural. You are not guessing at intentions. You are not filling in blanks. When something matters, it is spoken. When something needs time, it is respected. Angels say this clarity will feel almost unfamiliar at first, because you spent so long navigating uncertainty. God wants you to know that love does not need to be confusing to be meaningful. This partner's heart belongs only to you because they are not emotionally fragmented. They do not split their attention between possibilities. They are not chasing validation. They are rooted in choice. When they show up fully. You may notice that your body feels different around them. Less tension in your shoulders. Easier breathing. A sense of calm after time spent together instead of emotional exhaustion. Angels say your body recognizes safety before your mind fully understands it. God wants you to trust that physical sense of peace. It is part of how He guides you. Some of you have lived in environments where love felt unpredictable, where closeness could suddenly turn into distance. Angels say this relationship will not mirror that pattern. Consistency will become the new normal. You may find yourself sleeping better, thinking more clearly, feeling more grounded in daily life. Angels say these are signs that your nervous system is settling into security. This younger partner does not require you to shrink. You will not feel the need to hide your intelligence, your spirituality, your emotional depth, or your ambitions. They are not threatened by who you are. They are drawn to it. God chose this partner because they are secure enough to stand beside you without comparison. They do not measure themselves against you. They see you as a complement, not competition. In time, you may notice that you begin to trust your intuition again. You stopped trusting it in the past because it led you into pain. Angels say your intuition was not wrong. It was simply ignored or overridden by hope. Now it is clear again. This relationship will not require you to override your inner knowing. You may also notice that you stop feeling the need to rush conversations or decisions. You are comfortable letting moments unfold. Angels say comfort with pacing is one of the clearest signs of emotional health. God wants you to understand that this love does not ask you to be vigilant. You do not need to watch for signs of abandonment. You do not need to protect yourself constantly. Protection is built into the alignment. This partner's heart belongs only to you because they have learned the value of commitment. They are not afraid of choosing one person deeply rather than many superficially. Depth matters to them. Some of you may worry about long-term sustainability, about whether this peace will last. Angels say peace that comes from alignment is sustainable because it is not fueled by adrenaline or insecurity. It is fueled by trust. Trust builds slowly. And that is exactly what is happening here. God wants you to release the belief that love must be proven repeatedly. You do not need constant reassurance. You do not need emotional drama to confirm interest. Love can be steady. In this connection, effort is mutual. You will notice that you are not the only one initiating, not the only one checking in, not the only one holding emotional space. Angels say balance will feel refreshing. You may also notice that disagreements, when they arise, do not escalate. They are handled with respect, with listening, with accountability. Angels say this ability to repair without harm is a sign of emotional maturity. God chose this younger partner because they understand that love is not about winning arguments. It is about protecting connection. Some of you have been afraid that you would always have to choose between love and peace. Angels say this connection teaches you that the two can coexist. You will feel supported, not controlled, encouraged, not restricted, seen, not scrutinized. As time goes on, you may notice that you stop revisiting past wounds. They no longer demand attention. Angels say healing does not erase memory. It removes emotional charge. This is why your past no longer defines your present reactions. God wants you to enjoy the ordinary moments, the conversations that do not feel significant but build trust, the shared silence, the routines. These are the places where secure love grows. This partner does not need to impress you constantly. They do not rely on grand gestures to maintain interest. They show care through consistency. You may also notice that you feel less pressure to be perfect. You can show up as you are, tired, quiet, thoughtful. You are still accepted. God wants you to receive that acceptance without questioning it. This younger partner's heart belongs only to you because they are not emotionally restless. They are content in choice. Contentment creates loyalty. Some of you may still feel cautious, and that is okay. Angels say caution paired with openness is wisdom. God is not asking you to ignore what you learned. He is asking you to apply it. You are not opening blindly. You are opening wisely. As you move forward, keep listening to peace. Peace will never rush you. It will never pressure you. It will never demand self-betrayal. God is walking with you through this unfolding. He is not testing you. He is guiding you. This love is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to support you. You are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into clarity. Let your heart stay open, but let it stay anchored. Angels are near. God is present. And the love approaching your life carries intention, steadiness, and care. Nothing here is accidental. Nothing is rushed. Everything is unfolding with purpose. Remain patient. Remain grounded. Remain open. What God has prepared for you does not require fear to sustain it. It grows best in peace. Let your heart remain still as this message continues, because angels are now speaking about what this connection will feel like in everyday life, not just in moments of anticipation or spiritual confirmation. God wants you to recognize the texture of this love, not just the idea of it. You may notice that when this younger partner is present, you do not feel the urge to over-explain yourself. You do not feel misunderstood. You do not feel the need to constantly clarify your intentions or soften your truth. Angels say this is because this person meets you with understanding rather than assumption. They listen with their heart, not just their ears. In past connections, you may have felt like you are always translating yourself, explaining your emotions, defending your boundaries, justifying your pace. Angels say that dynamic is ending. This partner does not need translation. They recognize sincerity when they see it. God chose this younger partner because they carry emotional presence. When they are with you, not distracted, not half engaged, not emotionally elsewhere. Their attention is intentional, and you will feel that without them having to say it. This is important because some of you learn to accept divided attention as normal. You were used to competing with work, stress, past relationships, or inner conflict. Angels say this season is different. You are no longer competing for presence. Presence is given freely. Their heart belongs only to you because they are not emotionally fragmented. They are not still searching for validation. They are not trying to fill an internal void through external options. God has done a quiet work in them that prepared them to love with focus. You may notice that this partner does not rush emotional intimacy. They are not trying to access your deepest parts before earning trust. Angels say this restraint is not distance. It is respect. They value your heart enough to approach it carefully. God wants you to notice how safe you feel being yourself. You can express joy without being judged. You can express concern without being dismissed. You can express silence without being pressured. That safety is not accidental. It is alignment. Some of you have been afraid that love always comes with emotional cost, that if you open your heart, you will lose your peace. Angels say God is rewriting that belief. Love can coexist with peace. In fact, healthy love protects peace. This partner does not come to take your calm away. They come to share in it. You may also notice that conflict, when it arises, does not feel threatening. There is no emotional shutdown, no manipulation, no avoidance. Angels say this person has learned how to stay present even when things feel uncomfortable. That ability creates trust over time. God chose this younger partner because they are willing to grow with you, not resist growth. They are not fixed in ego. They are not afraid to learn. They are not defensive when confronted with truth. That humility will stand out to you. Some of you have been carrying a quiet fear that you will always have to be the emotionally stronger one. Angels say this partner carries strength in a different form. Quiet strength, steady strength, strength that shows up consistently rather than loudly. You will not feel like you are carrying them. You will feel like you are walking beside them. Their heart belongs only to you because they do not entertain emotional distractions. They are not flirtatious in a careless way. They do not seek attention to soothe insecurity. Their focus is clear. God wants you to know that this connection does not require you to abandon wisdom. You are not being asked to ignore red flags or silence intuition. In fact, your intuition will feel clearer than ever. There will be less noise competing with it. Some of you may notice that your prayer life becomes calmer as this unfolds. You are not asking God to fix anxiety. You are thanking him for peace. Angels say that shift is significant. This relationship will not pull you away from God. It will not replace him. It will not demand your spiritual focus. It will complement your walk, not compete with it. You may even notice that you feel more grounded in who you are, less reactive, less self-doubting. Angels say healthy love reflects you back to yourself in a clearer way. God chose this younger partner because they are emotionally secure enough to celebrate your growth instead of resenting it. They do not feel threatened by your independence. They admire it. That admiration is not worship. It is respect. Some of you are realizing now that you have never been with someone who truly respected your inner world. Angels say this time will feel different. You will feel seen, not scrutinized. You may also notice that time feels different with this person. Conversations do not feel draining. Silence does not feel awkward. There is an ease that grows rather than fades. God wants you to understand that ease is not lack of passion. It is the absence of fear. This partner's heart belongs only to you because they are not operating from scarcity. They are not afraid of losing options. They are confident in choice. That confidence will feel grounding to you. Some of you may still worry about the future, about longevity, about sustainability. Angels say the future does not need to be solved today. God is guiding this step by step. You are not being asked to leap. You are being invited to walk. This connection grows through shared moments, not grand gestures. Through reliability, not intensity. Through honesty, not performance. God wants you to allow yourself to enjoy the simplicity of this season. You do not need to rush toward outcomes. You do not need to pressure the connection to become something quickly. Let it breathe. As time passes, you may notice that this partner's actions remain consistent. Their words align with behavior. Their interest does not fade when things become real. Angels say consistency is one of the clearest signs that this is aligned. You will not feel like you are carrying the emotional weight alone. Decisions are discussed. Feelings are acknowledged. Boundaries are respected. God chose this younger partner because they understand partnership, not possession. Some of you have been in relationships where love felt conditional. You were loved when you were convenient, when you were agreeable, when you were strong. Angels say this love is not conditional. You will feel accepted even on your quiet days. That acceptance may feel unfamiliar at first. You may catch yourself waiting for it to disappear. Angels say, allow yourself to receive without bracing. You are not being set up for loss. You are being invited into stability. This partner's heart belongs only to you because they have clarity of intention. They are not experimenting with love. They are not avoiding commitment while enjoying benefits. They are intentional in how they show up. God wants you to trust what unfolds naturally rather than question it away. As you open your heart, remember that openness does not mean urgency. It means availability. Availability to conversation. Availability to presence. Availability to connection without forcing direction. Let your heart remain curious, not anxious. You may also notice that you no longer feel the need to compare this connection to past ones. Angels say comparison fades when alignment is present. This is not a replacement story. It is a new one. God is not asking you to forget your past. He is asking you to stop living in it. Your future is not built on what you endured. It is built on what you learned. This younger partner aligns with what you learned. Their heart belongs only to you because God refined it through waiting, just as He refined yours. Waiting did not weaken either of you. It prepared you. As you move forward, continue to listen to peace. Peace will guide when words are unclear. Peace will signal when something is right. You do not need to protect yourself harshly anymore. Wisdom lives in you now. You are not naive. You are discerning. You are not rushing. You are receptive. You are not losing yourself. You are meeting someone who recognizes you. Let this message settle gently in you. God is present in this unfolding. Angels are attentive, and the love approaching your life carries intention, clarity, and care. Stay present. Stay open. Stay grounded. This season is not about proving anything. It is about receiving what has been prepared for you with patience, wisdom, and peace. Take another slow breath and allow your heart to remain open and steady as this message continues. Angels are speaking very intentionally now, and what they are revealing is meant to remove lingering doubts, quiet internal questions, and help you understand why God chose this younger partner specifically for you. Not by chance, but by design. Angels say, God did not choose randomly. He chose intentionally. He chose based on fit, not familiarity. In past seasons, you were drawn to what felt familiar, even when it was heavy. God allowed those seasons to teach you discernment. Now, He is bringing you something that feels different, because it is built on peace rather than emotional struggle. This younger partner comes into your life without trying to compete with your past. They are not threatened by who you have been or what you have overcome. Instead, they respect your journey. They see your scars not as baggage, but as evidence of strength, depth, and resilience. Angels say this partner does not feel intimidated by your growth. They feel inspired by it. God wants you to understand that their heart belongs only to you because it was not fragmented by unfinished emotional ties. They are not coming with unresolved attachments or secret comparisons. They are not trying to see if something better exists. They already know what they want, and that clarity is rare. Some of you have never experienced being loved by someone who is fully present. You were loved halfway. You were loved cautiously. You were loved with limits. Angels say this connection introduces you to love that is intentional and focused. You will not feel like you are competing with their past, their fears, or their indecision. This is why God waited until now. You may be wondering why this person is younger. Angels say because youth here represents openness, adaptability, and humility. This partner is willing to learn with you, grow with you, and build with you. They are not rigid. They are not defensive. They are not set in unhealthy patterns. They are emotionally flexible in a way that allows true partnership. God knows you do not need someone who resists growth. You need someone who welcomes it. Angels also say this partner carries a sincere admiration for you. Not admiration that places you on a pedestal, but admiration that recognizes your wisdom, your emotional intelligence, and your steadiness. They do not see you as someone to overpower or control. They see you as someone to stand beside. This is important, because in the past, you may have felt like you were either carrying too much or shrinking too much. Angels say this relationship does not ask you to do either. You will not have to dim yourself. You will not have to overfunction. Balance will feel natural. God wants you to hear this clearly. This younger partner is not coming to drain you. They are coming to contribute. They are emotionally available. They are mentally present. They are spiritually receptive. They are capable of giving, not just receiving. Some of you have been afraid that someone younger might not understand your depth. Angels say depth is not about age. It is about awareness. And this partner has awareness. They have reflected on their life. They have learned from mistakes. They have done inner work quietly, without broadcasting it. You will notice this in how they respond rather than react, in how they listen without interrupting, in how they take responsibility without deflection. Angels say these traits will stand out to you because you have been in environments where they were missing. God chose this partner because they are aligned with your future, not your past. They are not here to repeat cycles. They are here to build something new with wisdom gained from experience, both yours and theirs. This is also why their heart belongs only to you. Angels say they are not divided because they are not confused. Confusion has left them. Clarity has arrived. They are no longer searching aimlessly. They are intentionally stepping forward. Some of you listening have been afraid that love will always feel uncertain. Angels say God is rewriting that belief now. Love does not have to feel like guessing. It does not have to feel like waiting for the other shoe to drop. It can feel stable. You will notice that this partner shows interest consistently, not sporadically. You will not feel emotional whiplash. You will not wonder where you stand. Angels say clarity will replace guessing. God wants you to open your heart here, but with wisdom. Opening does not mean rushing intimacy or ignoring discernment. It means allowing yourself to receive without suspicion. It means letting kindness land without immediately questioning motives. Some of you struggle with receiving because you had to protect yourself for so long. Angels say God is gently teaching you how to receive without fear now. This partner will not pressure you to move faster than your peace allows. They will respect your timing. They will honor your boundaries. They will not interpret your caution as rejection. They understand pacing. That understanding is part of why God chose them. Angels also say this partner's love will feel grounded rather than intoxicating. It will not pull you out of yourself. It will anchor you more deeply into who you are. You will feel more like yourself around them, not less. You will notice that you are not performing. You are not trying to impress. You are not editing yourself excessively. Angels say authenticity will flow naturally here. God wants you to know that this connection does not compete with your purpose. It supports it. You will not feel distracted from your calling. You will feel encouraged in it. This is important because some of you sacrificed parts of your purpose in past relationships. Angels say that will not happen again. This partner respects your calling. They do not see it as a threat. They also do not seek to control or dominate. They are secure enough to stand in partnership, not power struggles. Some of you are worried about external opinions, what people might say, what assumptions might be made. Angels say this connection is not meant to be understood by everyone. It is meant to be lived, not explained. You do not need approval from others when God has already confirmed alignment. God wants you to notice how your spirit responds to this message. Not excitement alone, but peace. Peace that settles rather than stirs. That peace is confirmation. You may also notice that you are no longer chasing signs. You are not obsessively looking for proof. Angels say that is because your heart senses truth before your mind catches up. This younger partner's heart belongs only to you because they have chosen depth over distraction. They are not impressed by surface-level connections. They are drawn to substance. Some of you have never been chosen by someone who truly sees you. You were chosen for convenience, for availability, for what you provided. Angels say this time you are chosen for who you are. That difference will feel emotional, not overwhelming, but grounding. You may even feel a sense of safety you are not used to. Angels say, allow yourself to feel it without questioning it away. God is not setting you up for loss. He is setting you up for stability. As this connection unfolds, angels encourage you to remain prayerful but not anxious, curious but not attached, open but grounded. You do not need to decide outcomes early. You do not need to label the future prematurely. Let consistency speak. Let time reveal character. Let peace guide you. God is walking ahead of you. He is not watching from a distance. He is involved in the details. If at any point something feels off, you will know not through fear, but through loss of peace. Peace is your compass now. This message is not telling you to abandon discernment. It is telling you that discernment is already active within you. Trust it. The love coming toward you is not loud. It is steady. It is not chaotic. It is grounded. It does not demand urgency. It invites presence. You have waited through seasons of silence. You have healed through seasons of loss. Angels say this season is about receiving without striving. Let your heart stay soft but wise. God chose this younger partner not because you needed someone younger, but because their spiritual readiness matched your emotional maturity at this moment. Timing brought you together, not age. Their heart belongs only to you because God protected it from being scattered. Just as He protected yours. As you move forward, remember this truth. You are not opening your heart blindly. You are opening it with God. And when God is involved, love does not come to harm. It comes to build. Stay present. Stay prayerful. Stay peaceful. Angels are near. God is guiding. And this unfolding connection carries intention, clarity, and protection every step of the way. Hello, my dear friend. I'm truly glad you are here right now, because this message is not random and it is not late. Take a slow breath and let your heart settle as you listen. If you are new here, you are very welcome. Please take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the messages God releases exactly when you need them. And if at any point you feel peace, clarity, or confirmation, remember to like this video so it can reach someone else who is waiting for reassurance today. Before we go any further, I want you to engage your faith right now. This is important. Go to the comments and write a simple declaration such as, "I believe in God," or "I trust God's plan." These words are not just engagement. They are alignment. They prepare your heart to receive what heaven is speaking to you. Angels say God chose a younger partner for you, and their heart belongs only to you. I want you to hear this slowly, without assumptions and without fear. This message is not about age in a worldly sense. It is about assignment, readiness, and purity of heart. God does not choose based on human logic. He chooses based on purpose. Some of you listening have questioned this before. You felt a connection that didn't fit what you expected. You wondered if it made sense. You asked God quietly, "Is this really from you?" Angels say God wants to answer that now with clarity and peace. This younger partner is not immature. They are not coming to take from you. They are coming with a heart that has been kept, protected, and prepared. In some ways, they may be younger in years, but spiritually, emotionally, and intentionally, they are aligned with where God is taking you. The Bible reminds us in 1 Samuel 16-7 that God does not look at the outward appearance, but at the heart. Angels say God looked at your heart and looked at theirs, and He saw alignment that people around you might not immediately understand. Some of you have been through relationships where you carried the weight. You were the giver, the patient one, the understanding one. Angels say this season is different. This younger partner is not coming to be raised or fixed. They are coming ready to choose you intentionally. Their heart belongs only to you because God has protected it from distractions. They have not been scattered emotionally. They have not been divided in affection. Angels say this person has a focused heart. When they love deeply. When they commit fully. God wants you to hear this because you may have doubted whether someone could truly choose you without comparison, without hesitation, without fear. Angels say this partner does not see you as an option. They see you as a calling. Proverbs 4:23 tells us to guard the heart, for everything flows from it. Angels say God guarded their heart for you, just as He has been guarding your heart through seasons of waiting, healing, and growth. Some of you listening felt like God asked you to wait longer than you wanted. You wondered why nothing aligned when you were ready. Angels say timing was everything. If this connection had come earlier, one or both of you would not have been ready to steward it properly. God wants you to understand this clearly. Age difference is not a limitation when God is the one who designed the connection. Maturity, peace, and purpose matter more than numbers. This younger partner carries humility. They are teachable, but not insecure. They admire your strength, your wisdom, and your depth, not because they feel less, but because they recognize value. Angels say they are not intimidated by you. They are drawn to you. Some of you have been afraid that being chosen by someone younger means imbalance. Angels say this relationship is not built on control or dependency. It is built on mutual respect. You will not feel drained. You will feel supported. Ecclesiastes 3 reminds us that God makes everything beautiful in its time. Angels say this is a right time connection. It will feel calm, not rushed. Clear, not confusing. Grounded, not chaotic. Take a slow breath and let this next part meet you gently. Angels are speaking now about why this connection feels different in your spirit, even before it fully manifests in your life. God wants you to recognize the quality of this love, not rush to define it. Angels say this younger partner does not approach you with competition, comparison, or insecurity. They approach you with sincerity. Their heart is not split between options. Their attention is not scattered. When they see you, they see home, not a challenge to conquer or a gap to fill. Some of you have been loved before, but not chosen. You were appreciated, but not prioritized. Desired, but not protected. Angels say this partner is different because their love is intentional. They are not guessing. They are not experimenting. They know what they feel, and they are not afraid of it. God wants you to understand that their youth is not about age. It is about freshness of heart. They have not grown cynical. They have not learned to love halfway. They have not numbed themselves emotionally. Angels say God preserved that softness in them so they could meet your depth without fear. You may notice that this partner listens more than they speak at first. They observe. They take time to understand you. Angels say this is not passivity. It is respect. They are not rushing to impress you. They are interested in knowing you. The Bible tells us in Psalm 37:4 that when we delight ourselves in the Lord, He gives us the desires of our heart. Angels say this connection is not a random desire, it is a refined one. God refined your heart so you could recognize love that is steady rather than dramatic. Some of you have been through relationships where intensity came quickly but faded just as fast. Angels say this time, love grows quietly. You will notice consistency instead of emotional highs and lows, presence instead of promises, peace instead of pressure. God chose a younger partner for you because they are emotionally available. They are not carrying unresolved attachments. They are not dragging old wounds into new love. Angels say they have done their inner work, even if they don't talk about it much. This is why their heart belongs only to you. They are not divided. They are not still searching. When they commit with clarity. Some of you may worry, will they really understand me? Angels say understanding does not always come from shared history. It comes from shared values. Your values align. Your priorities align. Your pace aligns. Proverbs 17:17 says a friend loves at all times. Angels say this partner's love is steady across moods, seasons, and circumstances. You will not feel like you have to earn it repeatedly. God wants you to stay grounded as this unfolds. Opening your heart does not mean rushing intimacy. It means allowing trust to grow naturally. This partner will respect your pace. They will not push past your boundaries. In fact, they may appreciate them. Some of you have been afraid that being with someone younger means you will always be the strong one. Angels say this partner carries quiet strength. They are not dependent on you. They are secure in who they are, and that security allows them to show up consistently. You may also notice that this connection draws you closer to God, not further away. Your prayers feel clearer. Your peace feels deeper. Angels say that is confirmation. What God joins never competes with His presence.